Hey guys, HMK here once again with another Zelda Wii U video. Now, with the new short footage that we got from Nintendo in Nintendo's November Direct, we saw something very interesting on Link's person, and that is this book that contains the Sheikah eye on the cover on Link's belt or thigh or leg or wherever you want to talk about. Now, in the past I've covered this in a video about the possibilities what this book can hold and that this could be a very important item to the Zelda Wii U story, but a lot of you guys think that this book is the Book of Mudora. Now, if you guys don't know what the Book of Mudora is, it's a green book from A Link to the Past that Link uses to decipher ancient Hylian language and text. It contains ancient Hyrulean stories and lore and is used as a reference to translate the ancient language. You can use this to enter the Desert Palace and decipher the words on the pedestal of the Master Sword in the game. Now, a lot of people are saying that this is the Book of Mudora, this is the Book of Mudora, he's following the stories, he's using this to translate ancient language, yada yada yada. Now, for one of the biggest kicker is that I don't think this is the Book of Mudora. For one thing, the Book of Mudora is green, and it really has no connection to the Sheikah. A lot of people try to make it connect to the Sheikah because apparently the Book of Mudora has had several references and cameos in other Zelda games, including Ocarina of Time, where you can find a green book that looks very similar to it in Sheikah's house, but you can also find something similar to that in Dampé's house and in the Lon Lon Ranch. And this doesn't look anything like it. You know, I will say this because Sheikah have been one of the oldest societies and races in the Zelda series, and they, you know, I think they will have a good grasp on the ancient language and all stuff, and they guard the ancient secrets of the Hylian royal family and the goddess herself. So I will give it that, so that maybe you can get that connection between the Sheikah and the Book of Mudora that way. But in A Link to the Past, there's no Sheikah symbol on it. It has a Triforce symbol on it, and that's that. And also in Skyward Sword, Gapora is shown in the art holding the book, and there is also like books on his shelf that look similar to that of the Book of Mudora, and the Book of Mudora could have been from that era, because it deciphers ancient Hylian language. It could have been that language from the era of the Skyward Sword, the Sky era, and that's what they're deciphering, and those are the ancient stories and stuff that they're looking at and stuff. But I really don't think that the Book of Mudora has a blatant connection to the Sheikah. And this book that we see is obviously brown, and it has that big pulsing blue Sheikah eye on it. Now, there is a possibility, like, you know, if you guys want to keep following it, there is a possibility that the text of the book could have been ripped out from the spine and then put into a new spine, and that's the new spine of it. But I mean, like, that is very subjective, and I really don't think that's the case. But all in all, I really don't think this is the Book of Mudora, because I mean, the Book of Mudora, it had its purpose in A Link to the Past. It wasn't overly important to the fact that it's spanned many other games, and other games have referenced it in lore and stuff like that. I mean, it's definitely not as important as the Wind Waker. I'm talking about items the Wind Waker, the Ocarina of Time, the Majora's Mask, the Fused Shadow. I don't think it's as important as that. Definitely nowhere as near as important as the Triforce. So I don't think that Nintendo would bring back an item from A Link to the Past to be of great importance. You know, the Legend of Zelda, the Book of Mudora, I don't think it's going to be that case. I think it's going to be a brand new book that has its own secrets. You know, maybe secrets that the Sheikah has been guarding away from us and the Hylian royal family, that, you know, entails things about the goddess, the war, what happened before Skyward Sword, and all of that good jazz. So that's what I think this book may be, but I really do not believe that this book is the Book of Mudora. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think this is the Book of Mudora? Do you think this is a completely different book? Do you think this book is important at all? Leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section below. And while you're at it, please like, share, favorite, and most importantly, subscribe to HMK for more Zelda Wii U videos. And until the next one, I've been HMK. I'll check you guys later.